Hi everyone, welcome to Math 8. It is May 13th, and this week we're going to look at Chapter 9, and I'm just introducing to you just the different topics in this Chapter 9, which is data analysis and probability. And so I'm asking you just to try your best. I'm going to introduce you today to Box-and-Whisker Plots. Before I do that, I'm going to show you the answers to the lesson that you were assigned yesterday. Your lesson was a vocabulary website review lesson that was in your packet 4, and it was reviewing mean, median, and mode. And so I'll let you either pause this so you can check your answers. If you would like to find, again, more information on mean, median, and mode, you could go back to Study Jams again. In your packet 4, you should have a printed page that looks like this, 9.1. I think it was pages 336 and 337. Today we're going to, again, look at Box-and-Whisker Plot. A Box-and-Whisker Plot represents a data set along a number line by using the least value, the greatest value, and the quartiles of the data. The Box-and-Whisker Plot shows the variability of a data set. And so the 5 numbers that make up the Box-and-Whisker Plot are called the five number summary of the data set. I'm going to show you a tutorial, and then after the tutorial, you'll be able to go back to this page 336 to review example 1. And then I'm going to show you the on your own answer, so that if you would like to try and make a Box-and-Whisker Plot using number 1, you'll be able to see what the answer is, so you can see that you're doing it correctly. And again, you can use the example for the steps on how to find or how to make a Box-and-Whisker Plot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you again the tutorial.
Make a Box-and-Whisker Plot for the numbers of text messages received over several days. Remember, a Box-and-Whisker Plot displays a data set along a number line using medians. To make a Box-and-Whisker Plot, you need 5 pieces of information: the least value, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the greatest value. To find these pieces of information, we first need to order the data. Now that the data is ordered, we can see that the least value is 11, and the greatest value is 42. Next, we need to find the median. Remember, to find the median, cross out values from left and right until only 1 or 2 values remain. In this data set, we have 28 and 32 remaining. This means that the median is the mean of 28 and 32. The mean of 28 and 32 is 30, so the median is 30. The median divides the data into 2 parts. We have the lower half and the upper half. In the lower half, we can find the first quartile by finding the median of the lower half. As we cross out values from the left and right, we're left with the number 21. This is the first quartile. In the upper half, we need to find the median for the third quartile. The median of the upper half is 37. This is the third quartile. Now that we know the 5 important pieces of information, we can make the Box-and-Whisker Plot. To start, we need a number line. Now we need to label the number line. Because the least value is 11 and the greatest value is 42, we need to make sure that the number line includes the numbers between 11 and 42. So let's start with 10 and label the number line in increments of 2. Now we need to plot the 5 pieces of information that we found above. We have the least value at 11 and the greatest value at 42. The median at 30, the first quartile at 21, and the third quartile at 37. Now we need to draw a box using the quartiles then draw a line through the median, and finally draw whiskers from the box to the least and greatest values. This is a box and whisker plot for the text messages received over several days.
So again, I thought that was an excellent explanation of how to construct a box and whisker plot. So you can, of course, review this again if you need to. So the on your own example, after example 1 on page 336, asks you again, it says a group of friends spent all this list of hours online last night. Make a box and whisker plot for the data. So I'm going to ask you to try this. And again, I know I'm going quite quickly introducing this to you if you haven't seen this before. Again, you can watch the tutorial again, or you can refer back to example 1. But don't forget to order the data again before creating the box and whisker plot. I'm going to show you the answer here as what it would look like so you can compare it to the one that hopefully you'll be able to try as well. Example 2, excuse me, that I provided for you on page 337 shows again how you would analyze, or explains how you would analyze a box and whisker plot. And so I'm going to show you again the tutorial.
The box and whisker plot shows the times that the students in a gym class spent on an obstacle course. Part A. What portion of the class spent 110 seconds or less on the obstacle course? To answer this question, first let's find 110 seconds on the box and whisker plot. It is here. Now we need to look at the portion that represents 110 seconds or less, which is this portion. As you can see, the left whisker represents 110 seconds or less. Remember that 1/4 of the data is in each whisker. This means that 1/4 of the class spent 110 seconds or less on the obstacle course. Now let's look at part B. Find and interpret the interquartile range of the data. Remember, the interquartile range of a dataset is the difference of the third quartile and the first quartile. It represents the range of the middle half of the data. Looking at the box and whisker plot, we see that the third quartile is at 150, and the first quartile is at 110. 150 minus 110 is 40. 40 is the interquartile range. Now we need to interpret the interquartile range. The interquartile range tells us that the middle half of the times on the obstacle course vary by no more than 40 seconds.
And so if you look back at your own example, I'll have you review that. I'm going to show you the answers right here so you can just again analyze on your own. On Thursday, if you look at your reading plan, you have assigned this printed worksheet, which is in packet 4, read and interpret the plot. So again, based on example 2 that I just showed you, I'm going to ask you to practice this. And I know it's hard because we're not together, and to try and explain this by just showing tutorials, I know is not enough information. So what I've done is, if you flip it over, you should see the answers on the other side. So if you're having difficulty understanding what to do, don't worry about it. I just wanted to introduce this to you so that you'll know, again, what a box and whisker plot is. I'm going to ask you now to go on 8th grade math. And if you go to letter CC, you'll see here star number 14, interpret box and whisker plots. So you can try that to see if you can answer those questions, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And if you're getting frustrated, then pick another area to look at. There are plenty of different review places you could go here on this grade 8 math. If you have never seen box and whisker plots, and this definitely may be a little challenging for you, if you want to review the tutorial, you can look at the example. Just know that I just wanted to offer a chance for you to see it. Go on iExcel, if you will, to practice under data and graphs. If you have any questions, of course, you can email me. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.